Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you in another video. Alright, so I'm walking around my house listening to videos that I've made all day long, and I realize how grumpy I sound. Really grumpy. So I'm like, let me make a therapy session and see if there's anything in my head that I could get out that'd make my energy better. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about my team. So this is gonna be a very unique therapy session where I'm kinda talking probably about the Lakers. But I think the reality is that I just know why my vibes have been bad, and it's not anything in my life. It really isn't. It's not real bad energy. It's like sports fan bad energy, you know? But I think it comes across the same way because I'm a passionate person. So I'm having the time of my life, if anybody's wondering. Talking about this stuff and watching this team be bad and going through the ebbs and flows of this team sucking and now hating them and wanting to blow it all up. I'm having a blast, if anybody's wondering. So that's the feeling. I'm happy. I'm talking what I love to do. Lakers season is back. It's been a long summer. Art has helped me supplement that, which has been missing, which is the NBA. My ultimate, well, I don't know if it's my ultimate passion. I think I'm kind of split in thirds, I guess. Music, um, communication with you guys, broadcasting, I guess, and in sports. Um, and now art, so I have different things that I like. But when it comes to the NBA, I can throw my whole consciousness into it. And, my team has been a passion of mine since I was 9 years old. So it's very easy for me to be serious, extremely serious about what I'm talking about, especially when you're considering generational wealth is involved in the conversations I'm talking about. And that's important to me when I consider, when I say a guy needs to move on, get this guy off the team, get a dreamer up here who can help him. I know that's a brand new family that's going to get $1 million that can probably get them out of this situation or that situation or invest in their futures or what have you. So it's like I want to see them wealth more so spread around. So that's also where the passion comes from. If it's any like real energy that you're getting from me, it's like, yeah, I understand I'm talking about real stuff. So anyway, yeah, why am I so angry at this team? We just won a basketball game. Obviously, we got LeBron James on the team, Anthony Davis. They're giving it their all. I've been pretty much on board with the team all the way up until this morning. Like literally all the way up until this morning. And if you guys follow my videos, you know exactly why. Um, but the truth of the matter is, I don't really look at myself as a fierce and ferocious competitor. But I do look at myself as somebody who's uh, been inspired and has been exposed to ferocious competitors his entire life. I've studied them. I've watched their mentality. I've seen their contrast to what it is that they do versus what it is that I do with the struggles that I have in my mind that kind of keep me stagnant. I've studied what it is that I've seen from them in such a way to where I know what greatness is not. I know what competitive nature is. I know when there's blood in the water for a shark to feast off of. And right now, what I'm telling you is my team, what they displayed this morning is what I detect as real loser energy. Like the type of loser stuff where you know that they're aiming low and you know that they're okay with it. And you know that with the situation being exactly the way that it is, that your franchise doesn't have time for this. That's what it really comes down to. That the franchise that you root for and that you cover and study and have loved since you were 9 years old is in a very unique position where while they're sitting around playing around with this, a lot is on the line in regards to what the team is going to look like over the next several years. And so in my mind, it's like there's nothing wrong with these guys being happy about their circumstances and what they've been up against, because being a Laker is stressful and this has been horrible and very real for those guys. I understand that, which is why I think it's important for me to come up here and make a video like this to decompress the energy and maybe offset it a little bit to say that I understand that. But I also understand what I've been raised to be offended by. Right? As a Laker fan, as a competitor, as someone who's been in part of competitive situations and have taken advantage of certain situations and gotten victories in situations because I've detected this type of energy and pounced on it. And I'm a Leo. If you guys believe in astrology, you kind of probably can tie something into that as well. So it's like, for me, when I sense a certain kind of loser energy or lack of competitive energy, where guys are really legitimately happy to be just bad and marginally better than they was yesterday as it pertains to no, that's not a way to articulate what I'm thinking. They're getting too high, man. Too high on the win, and that's a problem for me. I guess that's the best way to describe it. They're getting too high, and they'll have extreme lows that'll make them fall apart just the same. And on top of that, it's just the obvious. I'm a Laker fan. I grew up on Kobe. I grew up on Shaq. Those guys, they taught us fans to be disgusted by this. Like, they taught us. They were disgusted by this. They used to attack players like this. When we hear them talk, they be like, look for stuff like this, because these are the guys that I'm going to take advantage of and help us win a championship by defeating. These are the guys. The ones who are so happy to win one victory. Just one victory. You know that as a Laker fan, we look kind of funny at guys who hang banners for divisions and conferences. We understand it's acceptable, but like, we kind of look at it a little funny. Guys who celebrate with champagne showers when they've won the first round or the second round. I can understand the conference finals, you get a trophy for that. That's fine. But anything before that, you popping bottles, if it isn't a milestone or something, like somebody broke a record, it don't vibe with Laker Nation. We don't understand it. We don't respect it, to be honest with you. And so, because I have that mentality, and that's the team that I'm representing, I feel like as a spokesperson for that culture, I need to reinforce what it is that we respect before that culture is lost and we start becoming known for this. Teams, are looking at us and they're starting to say, yeah, they had 17 championships in the past, but that's long gone. It's just a memory. They don't have any of that spirit anymore. And my thing is, the hell we don't. All we don't have is the people representing us that can help show what it is that we're truly about. Them 17 championships weren't won in vain. It wasn't won because we had just the most talented players. It was because we had a certain mindset. On top of them having most talented players. And we had owners that made good decisions, that understood what everything was about, that we were doing, and we were in lockstep, so to speak, as a family, Laker fam. And we made sure that even though the display was glamorous and entertaining and inviting, right? On the outside, the Lakers are a show, right? But on the inside, we might as well be wearing all black. We might as well be wearing ski masks. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the Lakers are about. We're not what we look like. That's just the display to make you come to watch us because we're entertainers. We make you feel good. That's the tone set by Magic. You know what I'm saying? We want you to enjoy what you're seeing. But that opponent down here, that yarn that we're playing with, yeah, we're going to hell to them. That purple and gold look like a ski mask and black and all that to them. To you, it's going to look like showtime. To the opponent, it's going to look like the end. And that is not what I see with this team. That's not what I see. What I see with this team is a bunch of guys who are imposters, who are pretending to wear the uniform because it benefits them in other ways, because they want to get dollars, because they want to look this way, because they're trying to put themselves in a position to do that. And they want to live in this neighborhood over here, and that's all the different stuff that has nothing to do with our culture. but they're imposters. It's not like they're saying they're here to bull crap around. Nah, they're here pretending like they're serious. They're here pretending like they're serious, and they're doing a good job of it too. Real good job. But I done detected it. I seen it. I've seen it, the light. And now it's time to move on from the imposters. Dudes that are not really Lakers. They pretend to be Lakers. They ain't about the Lakers. They did not put together a Laker team. They put together something else wearing these colors. And now it's a mess. And they ain't happy with what they've created. They have disgraced our colors, and now they have low expectations because they are not us. That's why I've soured on my team to this degree, because I know exactly what I'm looking at. They've taken their sour loser energy and have put on our colors, and now everybody's looking at us like we're part of the field, like we're one of them losers, like we happy to get. I think these dudes are gonna want to hang division banners. That's why I don't respect this team. That's why I want these guys the hell out of my squad, because I think they're gonna start doing stuff like that. It dawned on me. I'm like, why are we celebrating this man getting 20-point games? Most consecutive 20-point games. Why in the hell am I sitting up here applauding a dude who's leading my team to losses? We ain't even won a game and we're celebrating his milestones, and it dawned on me. Because they believe this is what's gonna make him happy. Why in the hell would that make him happy? You know Laker gonna be happy by no stuff like that. Do you know how many consecutive 50-point games Kobe Bryant had in our uniform? Do you know how many times he talked about how he appreciated making him 50 points? I never heard him say he appreciated scoring 50 points 17, 18 times in a row. Nobody talks about it. He didn't talk about it. Nobody even hardly remembers it. I can't celebrate scoring records when I'm a Kobe fan and a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan. What the hell do I look like? This dude didn't do none of that in my uniform, and I'm supposed to be celebrating that while we're losing? Are you crazy? That is why my energy's bad. Because I'm a Laker for real. And I know there's like 2-3 million people just like me who are sitting back saying, now I don't know if I should embrace the new Lakers since we're losers now, or if I should stay the way I used to be and reject this bull crap. And what I'm saying is, you don't have to embrace this, Laker fans. We lived through Kobe. Even though Kobe's no longer with us, he's still with us. We don't have to accept this. That's what I'm saying to my Laker fan. You don't have to accept this. Just because you haven't been told the truth about why this team is the way it is doesn't mean that you have to accept this. This team was put together for bullcrap reasons. They wanted to be Lakers so that they could do things as Lakers that had nothing to do with winning basketball games for us. And that's why our team is garbage. That's exactly why our team is garbage. They knew Jeannie needed to get her team out of the dumps. And they took advantage of that. Just simply put, it's taken me 5 years to understand that, but that's exactly what happened. Just what happened. You know what made me understand it? The extension. It is, as of right now, it is in the Lakers' best interest to trade both LeBron James and Anthony Davis for picks, because we have absolutely no foundation, no future. If one of those guys get hurt, we can't trade them for nothing. We're all gone to crap. This man knows that. He signed that extension knowing that. You understand what I'm saying? He signed the extension knowing that. There's only a few people probably really understand that, besides myself. He one of them. And I'm like, yo, we're locked. We're locked. And I'm not saying I don't want LeBron on my team. That's a stupid person saying something like that, but that's not the point. When you look at how this team is constructed, do you look at how much he takes up the cap? You look at who else is next to him. You look at how hard it is to move them. The last thing we needed was to not have options with our assets in the short term. When our issues, teetering on whether or not guys get hurt, are short term. We're running guys out there we have no business running that could get hurt and blast the whole thing in regards to our asset class. You think anybody would think, you know what, we need to shut these guys down. Everything we have going on this year is in the balance for 3 or 4 years worth of our assets. We need to clearly not look at this season as that serious, because we can't undo some of the stuff that's in front of us. We have made moves that we can't undo. How are we going to fix this situation? We're driving Jeannie's company into the ground. You would think somebody would stop it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's why I've soured on this roster. That's why my energy's been bad. Because I can't seem to figure out why my team sucks. And then I realized we have enemies. The Lakers have always had enemies. People who have always wanted to keep us from getting the best talent, people who wanted to keep us from having a future so that they could stop having to deal with us taking all of their talent all of the time. And I am not sure that we don't have a Trojan horse in place right now to ensure that we don't have a future for many, many years taking all of the best talent. I'm not sure this ain't that. I'm not sure. And some people may not be smart enough to see what the hell's going on, but deliberate mistakes have been made. Deliberate cap mistakes that will drive your team into the ground, bro. How and why do you deliberately do things that you know is going to ruin the franchise if you want to stay there, bro? And then they take the fans' money for a bad product. I think the problem with me is I'm too smart. That's my problem. That's why I can look at sports and get angry, because I know what's really going on. Or I can see the remnants of bullcrap going on, and I realize people are being duped and having their money taken from them about it. Where does it start? Where does it end? Where does it begin? I don't know. I don't know. What good is coming from the profits? I don't know. Who knows? I have a very well-rounded mind. They could be feeding the homeless with the money they're making off this stuff. I ain't saying everything's bad. I'm just saying that, my God, man. Do we not see that this is not a basketball team? Do we not see that? That's all I've been saying. And I'm frustrated, man. I'm looking all around the league. I'm looking at little scandals popping up. Guys just happen to be falling into stupid decisions that ultimately make the team look bad. It's just a lot of stuff look weird, man. In my mind, I'm such a broad thinker and all of this. I just have so many different attachments to different things that I appreciate, that I look at the NBA as a canvas. This thing's been around for longer than the people who've been in control of it have had a control of it, right? It's just like any other shield that you stand for. It's like you want to see the people who have it today handle it correctly. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm not attached to anything that's going on today. If it ain't right, everybody can be removed. The whole thing can be removed and be replaced with somebody who knows how to do it right in any situation. And the culture and the emblem and the fan bases and the desire to see it succeed can remain. We ain't got to be married to nothing that is corrupt in any form of life, in my opinion. So, that's why I've been talking the way I've been talking. My energy's been bad, this and that and the third, because my mind always takes me somewhere deeper than what I'm supposed to be looking at stuff. I don't have a surface mind about nothing. Not sports, not music, not prayer, not art, not walking around my house in the dark, nothing. There's always more going on in my head and in my heart, and I just don't want to be misunderstood as somebody who has an energy that is surface level. When you see me angry, it's a whole lot of love attached to what I got going on most of the time. I am not looking to take that energy and harness it into any type of destruction. And I think that's the disconnect, which is why I think, I need to make my energy better. Maybe I need to meditate a little more so that I don't come off saying, because some people hear, and then it's nice for them to go do things. And all I'm really doing is walking around my house getting the out, and then I go smoke some weed and feel better. See what I'm saying? So that's what I want people to understand about it. I ain't really mad. In fact, that's the whole point. I think I keep myself out of circumstances so that this energy doesn't do anything. I make sure that I'm never really mad. I cater my whole life to keeping myself comfortable so that I don't let this energy turn into anything otherwise. A lot of sacrifices have been made, ridiculous sacrifices in my life to keep my mental health and my energy harnessed. Really. I'm just being completely and 100% transparent with everybody. It's probably why a lot of people never heard of it. But I think at the same time, it's like I'm growing even here, Even in this space, it's like I know to turn on the camera and say, hey, everybody, my energy's been a little funny. So if you see it being a little funny, just know I know it and I'm going to do better. But even more so, just know that this energy is not bad energy and feels good to be inside of this thing. Just know you need to make it convey better. That's all. So that's what it is, man. I'm happy the NBA's back, man. Whatever form of it we have, I don't take it for granted. I've been through 2 long stints where the NBA wasn't back when it should have been back. 99, that long, break that we had in the lockout. And of course, the situation that we had just now in 2020. So I'm happy it's back. Even if the team's not very good, I'm happy somebody's running around wearing the uniform, but not when it's looking like this, not when I know the team could really, really be bad for a long time. And my mind is like this. I know Steve Ballmer is in town, and although we're the Lakers right now, we got the city, he's got so much more money than us. And while that's none of my business, it is as it pertains to when I look out and see the Lakers being run improperly and then think outward. Will my Lakers be in LA 20 years from now because of the mistakes of this front office and this short-term nonsense? Or will we be back in Minnesota? Because while nobody actually sees that being a real thing, it is. It definitely is. And so I just don't like that this team is being purposely run with so much at stake and such a short-term outlook. I think that is to the detriment of the team, and I think it's a misguided way of running a business that is in the balance in that way. With a competitor like that in place? No. And he's building a new building down the street from where I'm at right now? No. You don't need to be running things improperly several years before that building is built. Do you see what that's going to make you by the time we're in that building? Like, do you know what we're going to look like while he's coming in? Like, you got to think about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I do. So if I know people are doing things that look like it's almost purposely done, or if not purposely being done the wrong way, and I know my team is going to be in the dirt because of it, no. I do not think I won't stand up against that, just like I stand up against any other injustice. Trust you, believe me, I will. I'm different when it comes to this Lakers stuff. You gotta understand, my favorite Lakers no longer with me, man. I'm not gonna let none of y'all disgrace it. I'm not gonna let none of y'all in place right now disgrace the legacy. I'm just not. We ain't Seattle. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't about to take our team. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are paying very close attention. We'll use our voice every step of the way. So y'all better understand that. It's a new day. We are new fans. We've been watching this team for a long time. We're teaching our kids to love our teams. And things ain't being run properly, man. People playing games with the future. And I ain't with it. So that's how I feel, man. That's exactly how I feel. I guess I'll call this a therapy session, special Laker edition or something. Because this is why my energy's been so bad. This is why. Because I look at my team and I'm saying, man, do we have a Trojan horse in place? What is going on? Why are people deliberately ruining our squad? And don't tell me it ain't deliberate. Do not when I'm seeing what I'm seeing right now. Don't even patronize me like that. Just skip all that and fix it is what I would say to Genie Bus. Skip all that and fix it. And the thing about it is, what makes me feel good is, because I seen that tweet that she left maybe 2 months ago talking about how she remembers when Kobe did, maybe 4 or 5 months ago before the season. I believe in my heart she's there. Where I am right now, she's been there for months. And I'm hoping that she already has an exit strategy in place for all of these folks. Every single one of them. Because they ain't Lakers. They're just not. So I thank you guys for listening to me. Obviously, we're reaching the Kobe minute. I'm trying to get better at keeping an eye on that and acknowledging that. And of course, we're still kind of traumatized about Kobe, not being here, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's also part of it. I'm sitting up here looking at all how this is being run. And I just remember our guy. I remember how he worked and how he gave it his all. Hurt, broken this, torn that, shoulder this. He kept going, man. And look, he had money. That's another thing. Big respect to everybody going after it. But our guy, he was up there. He was up. While he was out there doing that, trying to drag himself. If you can't live up to them standards, man, I don't like that. That's what I feel. It's not even about nothing else. I don't like it. If you can't live up to them standards, if you can't be that strong, or at least some version of that, we're going to reject you. And that's what we're seeing, or some version of weakness. I don't know what it is. BDF 44, I thank you all for watching, and I'm out.